We've been talking about movies.
Ugh,
Yes, not RC, but movies about Firefly. Who watched a Firefly TV
series.
episode and movie? Uh, so let me find that. That was pretty funny what happened this week on Facebook.
Going on Big Head RC, got Pat's RC channel, Buck's RC Garage, Smiling Bear. What's up,
Hey, big
Smiling
head.
Bear?
Oh, got a whole bunch of people.
Dave.
We got
So this week I saw, and yes, I stole the title of today's episode uh, from the shop
Canadians.
Mini RC. Uh, on his
Canada.
Facebook, he actually put a video saying, question, what RC brand is the most overrated? Question mark, exclamation. And basically, I said, uh, well, first I asked who's the winner, but that's beside the point. But I said team associated with all their gold re-release. That's who I think is overrated right now with all the re-release. And then it got so many replies on this. It was crazy how many replies I got on this. 5 more replies on that. So I got a whole bunch of replies on this. So if you guys want to go see
Got his
and
butt
check
chewed
out,
out.
yeah. The what?
I said, you got your butt chewed out. What are you talking
Not
about,
really.
team
Well, kind
associated?
of. Oh, they're not, and they're this, and like they're saying the re-release are for the people that loves to have to own a vintage RC. And I said it's a re-release. It's not a vintage. It
It's
has
right
no
there.
value. And then some people started saying it actually kills the value of the original.
And that's right
So
there.
are they helping themselves? Yeah, Team Associates is helping themselves. They're not helping the people that actually collected them. But
Yeah, they're making money off the copies.
yes.
That's what they're doing.
Pablo, how are you doing? RC84 Film, Smelling Bear, Pat. I know that Josh actually mentioned that, but I am also. So my question to everybody tonight, what RC brand is the most overrated in your thought? Josh, why don't you start? Which one do you think is overrated
I
RC
think
brand?
Traxxas all the way. They're re-released Rustler for the last 30 years. Slash is a Rustler.
The
Stampede's a
Slash, the
Rustler.
Rustler.
Everything's a Rustler. Pretty much.
They've stretched it out and they've made a lot of money with that platform. I completely agree with that.
Yep.
Um, but in the last few years with the Max and the X Max, the Mini Max, they've finally came out with some nice ones, but I don't think they had a choice of doing what they did because of the pressure that Arma was pushing on them.
Yeah. That's stuff I don't keep up with. So that whole market I know nothing about. But I just think of Traxxas. I think of how the Slash was in 2008 when it around that era when it came out, and everybody was losing their mind over it. Every shop was racing them, and I'm just like this. I had this when I was 11. It's the same thing with a different chassis plate, but and I'll give them credit where it's due. The TRX4, great truck out of the box. Not great for what I do, but it's a great crawler. So yeah, they done
Mhm.
some stuff right, but the poor wrestler, just kill it, please. Put it out of its misery. Bless its heart.
Well, I agree and I disagree. I love the fact that you can buy a Rustler part and it still fits on your car compared to some brands out there that you cannot find or fix them anymore, either because the company's gone or even if the company's still there, they don't manufacture that one anymore. So you're stuck. If it breaks, you're shit out of luck.
At the same time, with that though, your parts availability, so many parts are the same and interchangeable. The parts should be cheaper this point, after 30 years of manufacturing a transmission or whatever exact piece it is, then the prices have not gone down. The prices just keep going up, just like everything.
I agree and disagree. I'll be the devil's advocate on that one, saying price of manufacturing has also go up. The cost of life has actually gone up also. So you can't buy that same part that was done 30 years ago at the same price because of that. And tariffs has gone up too.
I know. I'm just thinking from manufacturing side point of
Yeah.
view, like the more I make, the cheaper it gets. That's why I try to keep the quantities up, and I order 100 kits at a time versus 50, because then the price. I guess it's just I have a conscience.
Yeah.
So when I pass those savings on to my customers, I don't just rip everybody off for 30 years.
Smiling Bear says engineered
Obsolescence.
obsolescence.
That's everything to do with the real cars. They brakes is cheaper to replace than repair.
Well, yeah, and aftermarket parts are usually cheaper, and we've seen it with RPM also. Well, no, I don't think RPM arms were cheaper than Traxxas arms, but if you really think about it, they were, because they're guaranteed for life. So if you actually broke them, but not a lot of people knew that, but if you actually broke a RPM arm, you could take a picture of it, send it off to them, and they would actually send you a new one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, because I had a broken spindle on my two-wheel drive Slash. It was RPM.
Yeah, pretty much all the RPMs part are warranted for life.
That could have saved
Oh,
the
that's
relationship.
cool. I had bought RPMs for my Stampede. I forgot what it was, but the front ones were the rear ones and the rear ones were the front ones.
Yeah, so where's the problem with that?
I tried to it said front, and I put it on the front, and it was too long. And I had to take them off and put them on the back because it said rear. It said front.
Okay.
It was at A-arm, not the A-arms, but the them
Yeah,
other
it's the A arm, the bottom A
A-arms.
arms of
Yeah.
the suspension. Yeah.
One marked was front and one marked was rear, but they were marked backwards. So I got the Friday night last person marking, dyslexic person that marked them
Probably,
backwards.
or you got Rustler part and they should have been Traxxas part, one or the other, or the
I
other
know
way
I got
around.
this. It was a Stampede AR. I mean the RPM.
Stampede was just a lifted Rustler.
Yeah, I don't have my Stampede anymore.
Had a kid on
Tracy's, but
it.
But there's what other companies we have? Arlarlo now that are making cars. A
Tamaya.
lot of racers, or not racers, but street racers are grabbing them because they're affordable. Platform is not bad. I don't own any, so I can't say if they're good or bad, but if anybody's got some, let us know how they are. Traxxas, Tamaya,
They're coming.
Kyosho.
Tamaya's saying. Brad's
Stop
saying
saying Tamaya, because if you say three
coming
times
out.
in a row, Brad's gonna
He
show
might
up.
show up. He's saying they're releasing all kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of old stuff.
They do every year. It's all
Yeah.
pre-scheduled. It comes out the first of the year, and you know when everything's coming out, what they're coming out with. They're bringing back what we talked about a few episodes ago, the Ford Ranger pickup on the
Yeah.
SRB chassis. They're bringing back one of the Mini Coopers, but it's gonna, they always re-release the bodies on the modern chassis.
Mhm. Axial. What do you think of the service and product from Axial ever since Horizon Hobby took over? For a while, I think they were riding a very good wave, but I think the wave has died down.
There's too many other brands now that are doing scale or crawlers, I guess we'll call them.
I don't like
And
the remote.
they've just re-released the this guy, but they've also released a new builder's kit with some changes on the builder's kit. So they've just re-released that 269s for the builder's kit, which is not bad.
Not terrible
And
at all.
It's
and
Toyota
they've released this guy also.
and
They
that's the Jeep.
re-released this guy with some modification, and some people are really liking what they came out with. Because you don't see a lot of CJ. What is it, Josh?
Paying stuff sub $500 these days is an RTR. All right, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, that CJ's ready to run with interior and everything. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't see that too much.
RC84 film says Axial keeps coming out with the same thing. That's just different bodies basically.
Yeah, well, a couple different
That's
parts.
cool, man. How much is that tank in the
Uh,
fives?
well, when I read it here, I'm pretty sure it's $499.99 right now.
Yeah.
Everything is Jeep.
But it's a Jeep.
Let's show that builder's kit again. I hadn't seen that yet.
Beanfield don't have a Jeep.
Well, you could have a CJ7.
Yeah, he only has a Ford.
Does this come with the body, or it's showing some
No.
other bodies down there?
No, there's nobody that comes with the builder's kit.
Lame.
So
Oh, that's
here,
the Sirius chassis, the Pro chassis, isn't it? Or is it? One picture it looked like the Pro chassis.
That
So-
Toyota looks just like mine, though.
I never owned the builder's kit before, so I don't know what has changed for it, but I think this new battery strap is new. I'm not sure 100%.
That clipless body thing. That's cool.
This, yeah, clipless body. Well, this does not have, it does have the body clips here,
Oh,
the pins. But I think this center servo mount is new. I don't think I've seen that one before.
it's 3-link with a pan hard.
But see, this is not a pro crawler kit because it's a chassis mounted servo.
Plastic Pro.
Yeah.
It's the optic.
Oh, they just threw that body on there. Doesn't
It
come
is
with
a
that
straight body. A
Yeah.
straight axle, I mean. It is not
Straight
portal.
axle.
Portals cost extra.
Portal is what?
Portals cost extra.
Yes. So Fox looks new.
What is the cheapest Vanquish kit to start with like that? Similar, about 460 something.
Yeah, I think it is. Or even their ready to run was 400 and something, I think last week we checked. Vanquish products.
Because at this point, I mean, Vanquish is at least making some changes here and there. Axial still kind of just spinning the tires in the same old mud,
$399 for this one.
and that comes with a body out of stock.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're comparing apples and slightly older, less ripe apples.
Product. Let's see what we get here. Parts, VRD parts, vehicle kits.
Well, if
Let's see
there's
what they have. The mullet kit. That one comes with a body. Builder's kit. Here it is. $399 for portals. So that's $399 versus this one. $269. But I don't think we're talking apples to apples there with the Vanquish and a Axial. I think Vanquish is way before him. Here, $299 for the straight axle.
there you go. Because I built that Phoenix, whatever, what had portals, but it was all plastic axles and everything. And that thing was leaps and bounds better than a stock SCX10. Just even the plastic, the quality of the plastic was way better. I didn't see the need to upgrade to their fancy aluminum ones because the plastic ones were pretty dang good.
So if I look at $269 for this kit without a body, so basically this or pay $30 more. My math right? Yeah.
Yep.
$30 more to get a VS 410. I think I'd pick the VS 410. I think there's more benefit in this one, especially with the way the transmission is.
Did not enjoy putting that transmission together, but it did work very well.
That is correct. It is a pain in the butt a little bit to work with the transmission, but once it's built, it's not bad.
I did like that top plate on it. You can put in a little shifter. It actually looks like a real shifter bolted to a real transmission.
Hmm. So put it in the comments. Which one would you get? Would you get the VS410 Builder's Kit or the SCX-10-3 Rock Crawler Builder's Kit? But I think they also have a Pro Kit, right? Kits. Should have kept the other one. Basecamp. Basecamp Builder's Kit is that price, $299 and $269.
Trying to see a difference in those two.
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out too.
The Basecamp was their base model crawler, but it's $30 more than their builder's kit there for the. I don't know. Looks the same.
The crawler kit, builder's kit, there's the Basecamp. So Basecamp, the battery is different. You get the battery at the back or the battery there. But I like the stance on this one is lower a little bit. I like the shocks better. Seem to be not as long. Yeah, you see the Panhard mount, how it is here. And here it's much different.
Smaller. Oh, and just it's like the old one cost $30 more than the new one to me.
There is a difference on how it's mounted. Why they came out with two different kits like that? There is a difference. But exactly which one is better, I'm not sure. We need people that build them. And I have not built any of these kits in a while, so I'm out of the game. I'm getting old.
Only as old as you feel.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing a couple crawling events this summer there. Are you going to be coming over? Josh, you going to be coming over to Canada, driving all the way here? I know you won't. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably not. Still on the reduced schedule this year, staying close to home as much as I can. But
I see you finished your trailer. You put up some pictures of it and all that.
yeah, that was the video went up today on YouTube of the putting the solar panels and the roof fan and all that stuff in it.
And pretty much identified what your costs were and things like that, I believe, on the.
Yep, spent way more than I should have. With every good project.
Hey, Buck's RC Garage. Buck says he just got finished watching some of the NCAA basketball tournament. Who won? But who's playing in that tournament? It's not a A world tournament, I guess. It's just a university tournament. I'm not sure.
It's our, what do they call it? Shoot, it has a name. It's this time every year, Final Four or something like that. I don't know. Big
Mm.
basketball thing. I don't watch sports.
Smiling Bear was saying Traxxas did start the portal craze. Whether that was good or bad. Again, I'll be the devil's advocate and I would say no, they didn't start it. It was actually
Vanquish,
Gmade. Gmade made the
Gmade.
first portals, but they
Mark
kept
that.
breaking. They broke down a lot and they broke a lot. So people started saying Gmade was crap because I guess it was because of the metal, but they did get better. But I agree in the sense that Traxxas made it popular because they came out with a portal that could take a lot of abuse. That I agree with it. So their portals are strong. Mind you, they do break. You do have to be careful.
It's the mainstream version.
Yeah.
Gmade was pretty niche back in the day. Not a lot of people. You can only find Gmade on eBay back 15 years ago.
Now, who can name the Gmade that came with Portal? The first one when they came out with portals, what was the model number of that RC? Let's see if the chat's going to come up with it before Josh does.
I can't remember. I only remember the Sawback, but that was the one with the horrible Lexan
No.
default.
Yeah.
That didn't have portals.
I had one of those.
You remember
Well, I
before?
had the
Gmade portal.
I had the body, not the truck.
Remember back before that, Gmade was kind of a generic brand. They had those raw metal axles for the Tamiya high lifts that looked just like the stock ones, but they were just bare metal and they had the actual locker.
Brandon Timlin said the answer.
I thought it was something with a number. That was close.
It was the R1. I still want that truck. I wouldn't mind having an R1 just for the hell of it. But a lot of people were saying the cage needed to be reinforced because the cage was plastic. And if you actually bend it, you could see the cage where the shock tower, because there was no spacers in between, you could see that the shock towers were bending. But I was thinking, what's wrong with that? Myself, when people were saying, oh, it's not good because it bends. In my head, if it bends, it's good. Like it's not breaking, it's just bending. So what's wrong with that? So
Yep.
I don't remember. Didn't Gmade back around like 2007 or 8? They made a four link and a rear axle for the CCO ones.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was all bare metal. All their axles used to be bare metal back when they first got started. It was something I'd only ever seen on eBay out of China. It was high tech at the time. First metal axles, man.
I'm not sure.
Actually, what was they had a Komodo kit. That was
Yeah.
actually one of their chassis. Basically a high lift style chassis with a little bit more scale of a rail.
My buddy bought a Komodo ready to run and I finished putting it together. He came here, we did the unboxing and put it together. And let me tell you, it was nothing like a ready to run. We spent, I think, 2 hours putting all the rest of the stuff that need to go on that truck to actually finish it. It was like crazy. I go, and they call this a ready to run? What the heck? To me, a ready to run is you put the battery in it, you unbox it, put the battery and go.
Yeah. Put the batteries in the controller and you're gone.
Yeah.
By just naming names, saying hi to each other in the comments, I just started saying hi to random names. I want to participate.
Billy Bob.
We got 22 folks in the chat or on the video. 23.
And what was the guy last week? No, not last week. Yeah, it was last week. KB was saying The Banner guy. Bill Banner? No.
David Banner.
David Banner.
I got yelled at for that.
Yeah,
I
you
went
got
all,
yelled for that on another night too.
Yeah. But it is David Banner. It's
oh,
both.
it's Kirk Banner.
It's Kurt Banner. Yeah.
Uh, not Keith Banner. It's Kirk Banner.
It's a Keith Banner.
I want to talk about some old
You
school.
won't like me when I'm angry.
An old school overrated truck?
No, not overrated. Overpriced.
Overpriced.
RC Model X out of the Czech Republic. They went out of business in 2021. All steel, welded chassis. He had a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different. He had the D90s, D110s, Hilux, the Hilux crew cabs. This is all steel. They all came 4-link, came with that generic transfer case. Wheelie King transmissions with these mount. Wheelie King. But this is one of the coolest things there. This truck is a roller with no tires or wheels and an unpainted body. Was around $1,200 in 2011.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got this
Where'd you pick that up?
off of a friend of mine. He did a bunch of YouTube videos back in the day. Ray Wallace. He used to live actually close to where I used to live, and he came over one time. We did some videos together, and I went to his house a couple years later, and he had this all torn apart. He made me a smoking deal on it, and I've had it ever since. I've been trying to fix it up, get it ready for next week to go to Georgia, but I'm waiting on parts. I'm waiting on a Fusion Pro, but just another lost brand. They were ahead of their time. I think if RC Model X was around now, people would be more into it because there's not as much niche crawler stuff anymore, especially
Hmm.
scale. But this whole truck, as it sits without a transmission or a motor or a receiver, weighs about 7 pounds.
Wow.
And I've just been rusting it up, trying to get it ready. But they are fantastic to drive because of the weight.
Were they their axles also, or you put those axles on?
Those were they came originally with the Yoda ones before they
Okay.
were branded as RC four wheel drive. And then as RC four wheel drive came out with bodies like the D90 and the D110, then RC Model X would make chassis for it. I think one of the last ones he did was he made one for the Tamiya YJ Wrangler body, and Ray has one of those that he was driving a lot. But it's just something really cool you don't see every day. And that whole bumper is all steel welded, and it's the best looking bumper that there ever was for a Hilux. But you can't take it off. Made onto it. Another brand lost the time.
Now, what's the oldest car you got, you think?
Oh, I've got stuff really old. I think my Mia, one of my SRB chassis. It's an original 78 or 79.
Okay.
And the guy that I got it from painted it in 79 and built it. And it's all original. It's the one I drove my first year at USTE in the vintage buggy races. So it's the oldest thing I have pretty much. It predates me by a few years. Oh,
I got to show you. There's a lady that says that her dad died, which is sad, but now she's selling some of the stuff that he had. Mind you, the pile that they had um, was in boxes, but a lot of it was nitro. But I'll show you what they had on there.
feel like a piece of crap because somebody was selling something, somebody died, and my eye went up automatically. Like, oh, what? Looking for a deal. Marketplace will do that to you.
So this is the box. So there's red Evo. This is a chopper. Um, there's a HPI Nitro. There's an eBay thing on it, so I guess he bought it off eBay. I don't know if it was new, but I was trying to SP here at the back, trying to see some of the stuff. There's some sticker sheets. Here's a Traxxas Nitro Fortec. 3.3. It's written gas RC. It's not gas, it's nitro, but who's counting? Here's an old body.
That's a Tamiya body.
Here's an E10 from HPI. And this is interesting in the sense that you can run it the weight more the front, more the back, or whatever.
That's like circa 2005-ish, 6-ish.
A T-Max. There's two more choppers here. This is the box where I saw a Tamiya
choppers, helicopters.
TGX.
What does that say?
TGX.
I'm 3 boxes down looking at the TL1.
Yes, I saw that too. The Radon TLO1 and a Mantis. Now the Mantis, that's pretty old. TLO1, I go, oh, wait a minute. Like I might use some of these parts and then there's this one. So I want to look at this box. So I asked her I could come over, see what she's got and make an offer, but that's about it. That's the only thing that she showed are these boxes. So might be other stuff here in the back, but that's the pile of stuff. That's radio control. Not counting the yard work.
Chopper.
Nitro stuff is so hard. Nobody into nitro these days. I've got 2 guys that comment on my Facebook page all the time that are hardcore nitro, but that's it. I know I've got between all platforms 500,000 people that I talk to, and only 2 are really in the nitro. So that's the market for that stuff.
Now this T-Max is probably a nitro also. There's a nitro starter here.
E-Max would have been electric.
That's true.
T for turbo.
Anyways, she's going to get back to me next week or so. Hopefully I get something. If not, well,
you've gone to the chopper at least.
I got to start making a list of all the stuff I want to sell at the GCM event.
I sold one of my crawlers this week. LTF2 4Runner. Realized I haven't driven it in years. It's like I need like 5 Fusion Pros. Like I got to sell a rig.
At least seen the chopper.
I don't want no choppers.
Buy it all, Tank.
Chopper.
Give about $350 for it.
That's the hardest thing because some stuff on there, like you said, the nitro, does it work? Doesn't it work? You don't know. You can still buy parts, but I do not want to get into nitro.
The chopper.
Swamper says, sold all of my really old stuff. I still have a couple of TA02s from the 90s, and the part inside the axle for my Cloudbuster are original. Cool.
Get me talking about TA02s.
Are them choppers electric, Tank, or are they gas?
I didn't notice.
I bet you they're nitro. If that person had that many nitro rigs, I bet you their choppers were nitro.
Yeah.
True.
Don't have an electric chopper.
Get an electric chopper.
Well, if I look at, let's have a look at it again. I see EP brushless on this picture, so I guess this is a brushless.
I thought that was
That's
a boat.
This is a boat.
Not a chopper.
Not a chopper.
Let's go back to the chopper.
Chops the water.
Here's a chopper.
2 choppers.
I'm assuming that's smoke in the photo next to it.
It's a what?
Yeah,
It's like
right. Smoke. Yeah, smoke around the
here.
choppers. The blades. Make it realistic.
In the Tamiya box.
What are they? AXE LP3?
AXECP version 3.
C3P. Yeah.
3PO.
Well, they're 3D acrobatic. I don't think that would be a nitro. Because if they're acrobatic, that means they go sideways, they go upside down, they do all kind of tricks.
Right.
And I don't think nitro can do that. I don't know if a nitro motor runs upside down. Don't know.
Came with a DVD to show you how to run it, so that's somewhat modern. Where does it say about the engine?
Where do you see that DVD? You?
I'm reading some stuff about it online. In some
Oh,
forums.
okay, okay. You Googled it.
Ah,
Injection molded composite frame, anodized aluminum tail boom, motor heat sinks. Doesn't say what kind of motor. Accessories include charger,
charger.
5-channel radio, 11.1 lithium polymer battery, 120 degrees. Why? I don't know nothing about helicopters. Does it not say anything about the dang engine? The blade
It might be old, not have any gyro in it or anything.
Well, I
doesn't
don't
even.
think it does.
Stabilization.
Got to buy your own engine. No, it talks about a gyro, but yeah, it doesn't mention an engine
Hmm.
or a motor. So I'm guessing
Maybe you have to put your own motor in there.
you will need 8 AA batteries. You gotta love the old forum pages. What page? What is this from? Trying to see what era we're looking at here.
Man, I did something
1952.
stupid today at work.
2009.
Yeah.
2009?
Watching movies while you're supposed to be working.
No, I watch movies all the time at work. It's okay. No, once everybody was gone, I printed my T4 slip, which is my income tax. It's income tax time here, just like it is in your states, I guess. So it's my sheet that tells me how much money I've made. So I send it to the printer. And I told myself I can't forget it. And I left. And when I got home, my wife says, "Where's your T4 slip? Where income tax?" And I go, "Shit." But I said the F word. She goes,
Yeah.
"What?" I go, "I left it on the printer," which means that anybody that's going to walk in is going to lift it up and see how much I make
How much you made? Yeah.
and start making trouble or whatever.
How dare
So,
Tank makes more than me?
yeah.
Oh.
So I had to get back in my car. Once I finished supper, I got back in my car and I drove 45 minutes back to work and then 45 minutes back here. So
Getting to the chopper, calling the boss.
so I had to drive all the way back just to get the stupid paper off the printer.
I did that when I was at the school. Everybody
Okay.
got a 7% raise, and me and the guy that knew how to do all the stuff got only like a 3% raise. And
Okay.
went in there, raised hell. We got the 7% raise.
Well, how did you know they got 7% and you only got 3? How did you know
Because
that?
everybody was talking about, oh, I got a 7% raise. I got a 7% raise. And we're like, what? We only got 3%. What the hell? And we knew how to do all the weed eating and mowing and, fix all the shit and everything. And I tell the
Uh,
guy I say, fill up the gas. I go, get this oil and, do that. He puts regular gas in 2-stroke. Just,
hmm. Swamper says you got to be careful when you make more than everyone else, Frank. Yes, you do. But the problem is, I don't know if I do. I don't know
right.
if
You
I'm
don't
the
know who, right.
lowest
Right.
or highest. I don't know, but I didn't. I wanted to make sure nobody found out. So I got that sheet of
Yeah.
paper off the printer.
That's a good idea to do that anyways.
I'm happy with what I make and I don't care or need to know what anybody else makes. So,
I'm sure somebody would bitch about it.
oh, yeah.
I gotta ask, KB, where are you from?
Connecticut.
I heard the regular come out over there.
Regular.
That ain't Texas. What the hell? What the hell, man?
AZ,
Arugula.
AZ says, no wonder he can't afford name brand coffee in his office. What a miser. Well, I just found out today we are going to get an Nespresso, so we'll get rid of that stupid Keurig machine that there and get an espresso. So that's coming up soon.
Espresso.
Yeah, it's a higher quality coffee that's going to be coming in the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pinky up. So when you drink your coffee, you got to
Put your pinky up.
pinky.
Have an espresso. What's up, Jim's hobbies? Continue in a bit.
Yeah, I'm a damn Yankee.
Who?
I was saying hi to Jim.
Okay. I got to switch that to live chat and not top chat.
You see, damn Yankees, difference between a Yankee and a damn Yankee, the damn Yankees stay in Texas.
Hey, 32 Fahrenheit here. 0 Celsius. It's getting warmer. The snow is melting. I shouldn't say too loud or else it's going to start snowing again. It just can't get rid of that stupid white shit.
Ooh, snow.
We had one day where it got to 32 degrees last week. Now it was 85 today.
Wow. You got
I
no
was,
snow there, right?
I didn't even go out. I haven't been outside in 4 days, man.
Oh, you mentioned that you're out of pain pill. You shouldn't be out. You should have enough to cover all the days. That means you
Yeah.
must have doubled your medication 1 or 2 days.
No, I didn't do that. You're not supposed
Okay.
to do that.
Oh yeah.
It's not on
Keith,
live. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah.
last week we were asking for a lawyer for Keith. So if anybody
Elias.
knows a lawyer, please let Keith know. He's looking for a lawyer for the house and uh, to get
Elias.
things straightened out. And
Yeah.
also, Keith is looking for drugs. So if anybody has drugs for his pain, he's looking for legal drug for pain. He's running short. He's got to wait till the 25th, I think you said?
26th. 26th.
26th. But he's
Yeah.
only got
I
three
only got
pills left or
two.
something like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah. So I'm going through withdrawals big time.
oh, yeah, Josh, why don't you talk about your hood that you reprinted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Now we'll talk about Josh's hood. I think.
Why, you want to keep talking about your painkillers?
No.
Billy, get some.
Yeah.
I brought the Ferguson style hood back for the rat rod. So I was able to finally get a good print with this. Before these were commercially made, and I've got a few of them in stock. These only work with the rat rods. They do not work with the hot rod kits. Only the rat rod roadsters and the cabs people have. I did not
They
know
both
so
are
many
in.
people were looking for these still. So I've actually sold quite a few this week.
Good.
Yeah. Do they bolt in, or you got? Or they got little pins you push them in there?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
there's
got a
one
So
bolt.
spot
one
for a
bolt in the
magnet,
middle.
but the new ones have a firewall, so they don't have that anymore. The old cabs you could
Okay.
put the magnet in, so you would have to drill a hole and put one bolt through the center to attach
One
it.
bolt through the center. Yeah.
But it's a lot cheaper than the commercially printed ones were too. These are only 25. The other ones, I think, I was barely making anything at $35 on because they just cost so damn much to have multi-jet fusion stuff made. So I was
And
really excited to get a good clean print. I print them about that angle right there.
on that angle, okay.
Fantastic. Still got servo mounts, shock mounts. It's got a little hole inside there. You can see that. You can drill that out and you can mount hood ornaments in the perfect
Uh,
spot. Mount a hood ornament, one of those little duckies or something,
A skull, you mean?
hole or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's the only hood ornament there is a skull.
no, I never noticed that there was a little hole there.
Oh yeah.
I'd never noticed that.
I have a file for a 50s Buick hood ornament. Yeah, you got one on yours.
Yeah, there you go, Tank. Now you can put a skull on it.
How come yours? Oh no, yours is the same way. I guess the front. I noticed that your grill was coming down a lot, but then here I see the bar, but when you look at it from the front, you don't see this. So
That's just the reinforcement
yeah.
for the servo.
See, the way I printed these were like this, and it turned out pretty good. Even this angle, like there's barely anything.
That's
So
that.
to me, it turned out very good just printing them this way.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of people give me a hard time when they see me print stuff because I print at such steep angles. But I'm like, eh, the thing people don't get that always drives me nuts. Sorry, I'm going a little printing rant. Everybody has their own opinions about printing. Okay, well, print me 100 of them and then tell me how they work. If you can make a consistent 100 prints of something in the setup that you have, then I'll listen to you. But until then, I'm not going to listen to you. That's the key is replication. You got to be able to do it a whole
Yeah.
lot over and over where it works. You don't have to change stuff between printers or anything like that. You know, got one done right now. Pull the whole plate out.
Cool.
Each body prints at its own specific angle. They're all completely different. The sedans print even steeper than this because you can't get this back wall smooth if you print it at any higher of an angle. And then you end up with that one little spot right here that's easy to sand out. It has the grain in it. So you're not having to sand the entire roof, get it smooth. I mean, that's pretty dang smooth.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
You can see that one little spot right there above the windshield. That's the only thing. You can knock that down with this ABS GF. You can just sand that. It's like 60 or 80 grit, and then you primer it, do your sanding, and then perfect.
Of course, I
Cool.
like the trees.
Yeah, you like the reinforcement.
Yeah.
See, what you should do, Keith, is you should get a printer,
And
print a
just print
shitload of
reinforcements.
bodies, print a
Yeah.
shitload of bodies for Josh,
Yeah.
send him the bodies, and keep all the trees.
Just keep all the trees. Just print a whole bunch of trees, right?
Yeah.
Like the sedans have less of a solid support. Like these, that's pretty damn well solid all the way around, and everything is measured out, and they're staggered from side to side where the supports actually land on the body, different from side to side because when you're a layer at a time, you have to think about it like that. So you need to support the horseshoe shape of the body on this side, and then the next layer it's supported on this side, and the next layer, it's kind of you got to walk your way up. So rather than putting a solid support up and down both sides, it's still saving a ton of material. Just a different way to think about it, I guess.
Mm.
Now you got to put all those support in a big box and bring it to Keith,
Mm-hmm.
or tell him where he can meet you to pick them up.
At the dumpster.
Oh man, you're throwing away gold.
You see, it would almost work, but the curve is different between the
Okay.
hot rods and the stands. Doesn't quite jive.
A little Bondo.
Well, Ponto. A little bit of redraw. Any. Enough about printing. How are y'all doing?
Overrated. What RC is overrated? That's what we started talking about. And also what printers are overrated. No, we're not going to go there.
I don't
3D
know.
printers.
I only know one kind of printer, and that's it.
You
That's
never
something
played with the other Illegal or the Creality and all those brand? You never played with those?
no, I stuck with Bamboo. I had a sponsorship deal the first year with them, and I like it. I've learned it. It's easy to figure out. I don't want to change. There's no point in changing.
Mm-hmm.
And price wise, like not that much more than the other brands. Like, stick with what you know, man. Especially when you're running a business out of it, you don't make drastic changes like that.
Yeah. Hey, Lauren RC, how you doing? What brand is the most overrated? That is the question. What do you think, AZ? A lot of people are saying Traxxas. I don't know. There's a lot of haters out there for Traxxas. I'm not sure why.
I mean, I feel equally the same way towards Associated, like you brought up.
I find that it's cool that they're coming out with rebrand, but it's just too much. like all the gold, all the white. Like they came out with one chassis kit that was all gold. They come out with another one that's all white, but it's the same friggin' thing. Um, I don't know.
I mean, I get the re-release totally. It's cool. I was so excited about that RC10DS, even though the kit had wrong parts in it and it didn't go together and it still hasn't run. Um, I was excited for that because it was a replica of original car. But like you're talking about the crawlers and stuff, they're just throwing random stuff out now that's the colors of the vintage. That's not a re-release. That's just trying to rip off people for nostalgia. In my
Yeah,
personal,
which Traxxas has done a lot with the Stampede and the monster truck two-wheel drive, and yeah,
AD Rider in there throwing shade at GM now. Oh,
GM or Ford. That was the big question here in Canada, also with my family when I was much younger. Everybody hated Ford, or everybody hated. I had my dad brothers or whatever. One guy loved the Ford, one guy loved the GM, and every time they were at work, so your Ford didn't break yet, or oh no, your GM didn't break, or yeah, how are you gonna get home tonight? You're gonna have to push, and all kind of stupid jokes like that. It was all for fun.
oh yeah, that's how it was here too. I actually had a Facebook memory the other day when I worked at the Peterbilt factory, and this guy he was all about Fords. He had a little Fox body drag car, and he had one of those EcoBoost when they first came out, and he was standing up when I pulled into my parking spot. He was standing up in his hood, jacking with that EcoBoost, and I was like, "Oh no, is your Ego Boost failed?" I always give everybody a hard time, but every generation had their own thing. Like the '70s nowadays, looking back, the Fords were just as cool as the Chevys. The '80s, kind of the same basic thing. I've actually kind of I remember back in childhood riding in more Fords than Chevys. Everybody we knew had Fords. I guess they were cheaper at the time, but like the Bullnose and the all those that generation of Fords, I could draw from memory the dash and the interior of one of those trucks. And we never had one. We never owned one. I just had been in so many.
Okay.
But the new stuff, yeah, I'm a Chevy guy or GMC actually, Gentleman Chevrolet.
I don't know. I own the Ford, I own the Chevrolet, and I like them both. I got Traxxas. I like it. Simple reason is parts available. They're tough. I never owned a Arma yet. I want to. Uh, Typhoon, or however you pronounce that one, or the Notorious. That's the one I want. So hopefully I'll find one and I'll get one soon.
Speaking of Ford guys, here's Sean.
Hey, what's up, ladies?
What's up,
Hey.
man?
It's all up there.
Yeah. What RC brand is overrated in your book?
Vanquish.
Vanquish?
I knew that.
Complete Vanquish. It should be called Vanquish, not Vanquish. That's it.
And Ford or Chevrolet or GM? Which one do you like?
Oldsmobile.
Ford, probably.
Ford?
Yeah.
That's what Josh thought. You were a Ford guy.
Yeah, that's it.
And dozers. What's your favorite dozer company?
Has to be Cat, without a doubt.
Cat?
Yeah. Has to be.
Choppas.
Smiley Bear said loves his fifth gen Forerunner. I had a fifth gen Forerunner. I do miss it. That was a damn good rig.
No. Because you never give me the option of Toyota. You give me the option of Ford,
Oh, yeah.
Or
GM, and
Chevy or
stuff like that.
GM, yeah.
Yeah.
In America,
Oldsmobile.
American made.
get to pick one American and one.
Yeah. Are any of them really American made?
No.
Well,
The
parts are
come from
made
all
all
over
over
the
the
place.
place.
Like,
Yeah,
so
parts are
yeah.
made, but it's assembled. Most of
Yeah,
them are assembled in the US.
it is.
Brian,
It's just like I found out the other day that Milwaukee tools aren't actually made in Milwaukee anymore. They're all
Neither
made
is
in, yeah, all
Walt.
made overseas.
Wow.
We're gonna start talking about tool. We're gonna have a pissing contest about everything tonight.
I know, yeah.
Milwaukee or DeWalt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Brian Sherwood said Capo is a big big money for poor fitting parts. I have seen some of that firsthand.
Yeah.
Capos.
Really,
They're expensive, like now.
They've been quiet for a while, Capo. I haven't seen anything from them for well over a year.
no, they had that. They had that Skyline R34 kit, 1/8 scale.
Yeah, they released something there like a month or two ago.
Didn't they
Oh,
have a
really?
7 scale Jimny that was all metal?
That was a while. That one's that's probably 2 years old. That Jimmy. I thought they released something a month ago, or they announced a month ago that was coming. Because that's
Another
normally what normally Capo announce something and it takes a fucking year for it to appear.
Get the hell out of the way.
another company that's been quiet is Gmade,
Yeah, they haven't done anything in a while.
but I think it's more for distribution. I haven't checked the website in a long time
Yeah.
because I know they had distribution problem in the U.S. and Canada.
Got to point out here, Swampers said he thinks Boom Racing's overrated.
I don't know the the BRX02 and stuff. Yeah, but the BRX01 chassis, that thing's fucking. That's a solid chassis. Like,
See, I'm the other way around. The BRX01s are kind of like
Mm.
G-Max shit to me, and then the O2s are where it's at because the way the body and the chassis all work together, it's engineered together. So
yeah,
I'm a big fan of those.
I know. I just like the actual chassis of the BRX01 and how
You,
it all went together. Like I had them
yeah,
all. I had the well. Go ahead, Tank. What were you saying?
I'll be the devil's advocate on Swampers again and say it depends because I think boom racing is its own niche in the scale look of a truck. The way the suspension is, the way the coil springs work, the way a real car, that's what they're go for. They're for that niche. They are not meant for crawlers or comp crawlers, that's for sure. So
Radioactive said Boom is. He compares Boom to Vanquish. That's kind of how it is. You think of RC four-wheel drive as axial, Vanquish to axial, and then you have RC four-wheel drive, and then you have Boom Racing. It's kind of like the
Yeah, it's definitely. In fairness, the BRX01, I don't think is overpriced. Like, I don't like. There's not much upgrades you need to do to that thing. Like, so.
But John,
That,
next week I'll let you drive one of my BRX02s.
yeah, I've had BRX. I've had Boom Racing before. Boom Racing was like the it thing to have. Like, you know, so I had them. I had them when they used to make the chassis for Team Reefy. Even like a
Yeah.
lot of people don't realize Boom used to make the Team Reefy chassis. That's how long I go back with Boom Racing. But now they're like the popular in thing to have nowadays. So
Like the Cadillac versus the Chevrolet.
yes,
Team
so
Rapid versus Boom Racing.
yes, I just got to find something different now because now it's like the in people want to have Boom Racing. So now it's not as niche to me anymore. So it used to be.
Smiling Bear says, where else would you find a good dollhouse truck manufacturer?
RC 4-wheel drive like have some good trucks where
Yeah, but
people like it
not
or not like so.
not a class 0 or class 1. Uh, I, I I don't think the TF2 or the TF3 is
No, the
it is
TF3
class
is
1
crap.
material, but not
Yeah,
class 0. And
Nobody talks about TF3s anymore. TF3 never happened.
yeah, TF3
Gone,
pants like yeah.
dead end street. We don't even go down it.
well, they came out with the TF3 because they had to come out with a different number. They had to come out with something different to please the people, but yeah, they shouldn't have
They
came out with a TF3.
did not please the people. Well, I hope the TF4 someday will be an improvement on the 2 because the 3 wasn't.
Yeah, the 3 was like it was probably one of the quickest hauled off the shelves trucks ever. Like it was the same as they tried the 24th scale, and that 24th scale they made was oh my god, it was so bad. It was not even funny.
They were
Like
still trying to give those away last year. When you buy a TF2, you get a free 24 scale with it.
yeah, like the TF2, like it. It depends what you want to do for upgrades. Like if you put a lot of the A&M garage upgrades on the TF2, that
Yep.
thing's fucking that's a pretty solid truck. Like you know.
I got those on my truck on my TF2, and it made the world of difference.
Mm. Like the one radioactive scale one for me, there's nearly everything on that truck is A&M Garage.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, the one I just sold this week had A&M Garage skid plate, axle reversal kit, and all that stuff on it.
yeah.
Did you have the not the Panhard bar, but the anti-twist at the back? You didn't have that?
If you tune your leaf springs right, you don't need it.
Yeah, the anti-wrap bar.
You
Yeah.
actually break in your hard leaf springs and drive the shit out of your vehicle. You don't need anti-wrap bars. You can have 2 or 3 leaves on it, and they actually function like they're supposed to.
Yeah, I take most of the springs out anyway and leave like one big one and then like 2 small ones in them most of the time. Like, you know.
I'd like to disagree and be a devil's advocate on that. No, I'm just
We're gonna
kidding.
change the channel. Welcome to the Devil's Advocate show tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time he's played that.
Yeah, for years I never had the anti-twist bar at the back, and I had no issues until my truck got really old, and then I started seeing it bent. But I never added another leaf. I never did anything with it. But I was careful on my throttle, and I didn't have an overpowered motor in there like most people do. I find the worst mistake people do on their crawler is try to put the fastest motor they can and brushless system in there.
Yeah.
That's the worst mistake they do. And that's what I've noticed in the RC everyday kits that people put. Everybody's going crazy and putting brushless motor as fast as they can on that thing. I'm there thinking, why?
A lot of the guys with the kits, they come from the SCX10 community. They're that crawler type faster guys. And they just want to go fast, man. Everybody thinks you got to have the biggest.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot. We saw this guy in the group this week. He blew up his rear axle because he has some brushless system in his rig. And it's just like, I mean, you can go fast, but like I'm about scale speed. Those torque tuned motors with a simple ESC and a freaking 3-cell. The thing will kick donuts. It'll look like a real truck doing burnouts. It'll do all the stuff you want to do. You don't have to spend $500 on a brushless system.
Yeah, all my trucks are brushed. Every one of them. Most of them. They used to have the what did you call that? The 35 turn from fuck, what do you call it? Tekin. They used to all have
Tekin?
Tekin motors in it, like, so. That's all I used to use, the Tekin brushed motor.
I've blown a few Tekin motors in my young life.
That sounds like a personal problem type.
Too much mud. Too much mudding. Canadian mud is not good for the brushed motor.
Play transmission.
As long as you're not blowing trannies, you're good. stick to the motor. You'll be all right.
The first successful setup and family here. Yep.
Smiling Bear says he loves the Holmes brush motors. Yeah, they
don't do good in mud.
Yeah, no, the Holmes motor.
No, they don't do good in mud at all. I've stopped 4 or 5 of them in mud.
If all your trucks are brushed, you have horses, maybe. Well, yeah.
I mean, once you clean them, you get them out and clean them and run them, they run again, but they'll just totally stop in the mud.
I'm telling you, I like and it's a really cheap. It's like a $20 motor. It's like the NHX, the NHX 5-slot motor that they have. So
never tried them.
Yeah, it's so smooth, like the low speed and the low torque on it.
Well, the 5 slots would be better on low end, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's like the low because I liked, like, I used to go when I went out on trails. I used to go and look for trails that looked scale to the truck as well, not where you're like going on a trail and you're trying to climb over these big fucking mountains, like.
Yeah.
So I want the truck to look scale. I don't want to be like hitting a rock, pulling the trigger, and this thing fucking doing backflips and somersaults to get over a rock. Like, you know, it's
Yeah, but you want enough speed to jump that little gap that you need to jump to get across to the other side.
No. You wouldn't do that in a scale truck, or in a real truck. So why would you do it in a scale truck?
All my scale trucks can jump Coke cans. So I'm just saying.
Rob said, I got Holmes motors that are 68 years old. Never had a single problem with them in the mud.
Yeah, but the problem
Very
is if you stay in the mud tire height and don't put the whole truck in the mud, you'll
Yeah,
never have
then they run
problems with the
good.
mud.
Yeah, but if you go over the tires, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
but you
when
know
you
the
run
The
in
good,
the
three in
mud
line's gone.
and
but
you bury the truck in the mud, and when you take the hood off, everything is mud. That's
Yeah,
when you're starting having problem, right, Keith?
but right, but they clean out and run good after that. They just don't when it's just packed. They don't run.
Yeah.
Sean turned me on to those. I have 2 of the 5 pole. Yeah, they're good. They're a good motor. And the good thing about a brush motor is like if it clogs your mud, just take it out, throw it in a glass of water, put a bit of power to it, clean it out. You're
Mhm.
done. I remember back in the
What?
day, that's how.
Just spray some
that-
water on it from the hose, Sean.
Yeah, but I remember back in the day, that's how we used to tune the motors. Even you used to have to put it in the glass of water,
Yeah, I
run it,
remember
and go.
that. You
Yeah.
used to have to do that.
You know.
Well, you could always put it in the, what Brad did.
Mm, mm. Why? What did he do?
Put it in alcohol, I think.
Uh,
Boom!
Oh,
He
is that what
set his
caused the
house on
fire?
fire.
Is that what caused
Yeah,
the fire that time?
yeah, he
Yeah,
set his house on fire. I think he put the motor in alcohol. He was trying to clean it.
burned the house down.
Okay, what does he want to show us now?
The Tamaya motor.
The silver can.
See, you broke it already.
No, it's engineered wire failure.
Oh,
Bounce
it's
and
still working. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
Just
one light,
Guys,
light on the whole truck.
neat.
I have one of my headlights on my TF2 that does that. So when I'm driving and it hits a little bump, it actually flickers on and off my front headlights.
Yep. It's right against the frame, so when it bounces around, it usually kicks on. My
Come on,
tape.
do
I
it
have
right.
that at my 72 Oldsmobile.
Oh, come on. Where'd it go? My tape came loose. Crap.
You broke it already. You didn't even
Yeah,
put
I
on the
did
trails
too
yet.
many times. Oh, crap. I have to rewire.
Now it's going to work forever.
You got to get it re-engineered. Break them in. I received 2 motors from RC four-wheel drive. I think they were RC four-wheel or Tekin. I think they were Tekin. And one motor I did on purpose in my truck, and one in my son's truck. So the one in my truck I did the water break in, and the other one I did not. And let me tell you, I blew mine before my son blew his.
Well,
Maybe it was the
that's
way I
good.
drove. I don't know, but mine blew before.
Now it's completely snookered now, Josh.
No, it works. I got it working. It's got to have the tie. It's got to be on the
You
chassis.
got it not working again,
The right little wiggle, and it'll work.
or it won't work.
You only need to the first knuckle, and then it'll work.
Yeah, the right little wiggle.
Yeah.
When I filmed the reel for it earlier, I touched it, and you can see I actually moved my hand away, and it was off. And I reached towards it, and you can see all my fingers, and it came back on. It was like this relative area of it.
Little magnetic glove in your hand.
I got that magic touch.
Oh.
You need to put a little servo or something that glitches, that pushes up and down.
No, I just got a bad wire that was cut, and I just taped it together, so it kind of just rubs occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When are you heading out, Josh?
So I've got my buddy Dave and Addie's RC, Jeremy Kilburn. They're coming from Arizona Tuesday. They're going to be here midday Wednesday, and we're going to jump in my truck and load up. We're going to head out. So we'll be there about Thursday. Should be check-ins at 4 for our Verbo. So we're trying to be there about then, but the event thing doesn't really start till Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. It's like, shit, I could have checked in Friday, take that extra night, but
I know my schedule's freaking crazy at the minute because I'll be in. I'm in Wisconsin right now. Tomorrow and Saturday I'll be in Chicago. Then I'll come back up to Wisconsin Monday. Tuesday I'll be in Dallas. Wednesday and Thursday I'll be in Houston. Then I'll fly out from Houston to Georgia. I'll be in Georgia Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back in Wisconsin Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then I'll be in New York Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I'll be back in Dallas Monday. It's like just fucking all over the shop, man. It's crazy.
I
The only
got your
good thing, my frequent flyer miles rack up easy. So
I
that's a good
guess.
thing. Yeah.
I got your trailer already. I found all the extra
Mm.
stuff. I got the owner's manual and all the shit that they sent with it, extra screws and wiring harnesses and stuff. So
Sweet.
been packing.
Sweet.
So
So
you're
yeah,
gonna have.
don't forget to send me your PayPal fucking info.
Okay. Well, I don't
You want
even
mine? You want my PayPal info?
I already have yours.
I don't
Paid
even have
you.
your
I've paid you
information.
enough.
Yeah, it's true.
Facebook or Instagram or something, man. I'll get in touch with you.
Yeah.
I don't even have any of your information. We just only met in person, which is weird for me with RC shit. I
I
only
know, yeah. Like we talked a few times just briefly in and out when I was talking with Jeremy especially when you were doing between two squids
oh yeah.
at that time outside the hotels. They were fucking hilarious then between two squids. Like
Yeah, he hadn't done any of those in a long time.
yeah.
Mr. Hobby Shop owner now. He don't have time for all this social media crap.
That's it.
But he's doing good. I'm happy for him with his shop. They're actually moving to a new location here in the next few weeks.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
he's moving location already.
They're actually buying a building that's about 3 times the size of the current shop. So
Wow.
Nice.
good to see a little shops making it.
Yeah, it is. Like especially
Yeah.
today when everybody's click happy. Like, you know. Mm.
As
And
long as they have an online presence, and I think the stores these days have to have online and not just store presence. They have to sell online.
he doesn't sell online.
Oh no?
No, he actually it's all their online.
Every
It's just strictly for their county. It's such a rural, remote area. Like that's all it takes. They just post on. They got the county page posting about them, and he posts video updates when he gets new stuff, and they're doing good. People come from like 2 or 3 states around to go to his hobby shop.
yeah.
There's just nothing in that region.
The good thing too, he had a good internet presence with Big Squid, so people know him from that too. So
Okay.
that's a
Yeah,
good
that's good.
helping hand for him, like you know.
Yep. And we got the Juice Box Beach Party coming up. I think it's August 1st.
Mm.
It's going to be in McCreary County, Kentucky. That was actually one of the most fun events I've ever done last year. It's so small. They have the perfect natural place to crawl, and we did the first day at the shop. All the vendors are set up, and then the second day we're just at the beach. They have a beach, a lake, there's a bridge, and then there's a spillway, and you just crawl the spillway all day. They do all the awards and stuff. Then got the perfect community and perfect place to do an event. So if anybody's interested, McCreary
Nice.
County, Kentucky, the beach party.
When August, fuck knows where I'll be in August. Oh,
I don't.
actually, I'll be in Long Island actually in August. That's where I'll be back up in New York.
I'll be up there for that one. Can't miss my bro's second annual event. Everybody
What do
got quiet.
you? So you don't know if Sean, if you'll make it to Canada in August 14th for the Ultimate RC Adventure?
I would actually like to make it up for that one. I was going to go last year, and
Yeah, I
then
know.
I just was something came up in Detroit, an inspection or something that I couldn't make it. Because I was in Detroit, so I was like, fucking just hop right over the border anyway and go up. But
14th to the 16th.
yeah, I would definitely would like to make that. You never know. I might make it. You never know. Because if I'm in New York, it's not that far of a drive up. It's only fucking 6 hours or something,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. Hey, just noticed he put my shop, my Atco trailer that I build.
Oh,
Which
What's
I
wrong
gave
with?
to him. The what?
Oh no, KB gave a weird
Oh,
squeal out of himself.
oh, yawned.
so I posted that time to go camping with a camper with a snowplow. Like, get out of my way. I'm going to the event.
Mhm.
These are some of the trophies people are going to get. Little tiny remote.
I already have the vacation approved for Jeremy's event this year. Let's just hope I can keep my ass out of the hospital this time, so I don't have to miss it. Yeah, you should be all right this time. You got the eyes all sorted out again, so you can see again, Rob. So you should be good.
And where is Jeremy's event?
That's the one, the beach party he was just talking about in Kentucky.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's a good event, June 20th and the weekend of June 20th or June 22nd is a good event. The
Yeah,
one four,
back in
the
the
114 scale event in Ohio.
Okay.
It's a really good event. Like that one, it's to me, I like it more than Cabin Fever even. Like so, who built that tractor that was there? Tank? Who built that?
You mean
Yeah, that pink one you just had up there.
this thing? It's a pulling tractor. I did that,
Yeah,
the rat
oh,
fink.
that's
Yeah,
yours.
these
Yeah.
are KBRC 13. He actually hand painted these motor. They were 3D printed by Josh. Well, no, not
Oh
Josh.
yeah, I remember that been built. I didn't recognize it there, just well finished.
Yeah.
Because you actually finished something. I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, as I was painting it, I wanted a green, and then I noticed I go my wife I go to my wife. What color should I paint it? As a joke, I brought the pink up, and I should I go green, red, or pink? So so I wanted to choose between red or green, and she goes, "Why not all three?" And I looked at her and I go, "That's a good
Yeah.
choice." So I painted it this way. So my wife goes, "I was kidding." I go, "No, it's okay. It's a good idea." So
So,
I did this way. So turned out good. I like it. I am doing or preparing an event at the end of this month, which is called Underground Street RC Drag Racing. So that should be a lot of fun. What we're going to do there is actually drag race just like on Need for Speed, and this is basically the big kick-ass parking lot in front of my work. We're gonna start there and like rush to this lamppost, go on the right side of the lamppost, come across to the left side of this lamppost, which got knocked down during the winter, but the concrete pillar is still there. Go around there, and let me tell you, you're far away, so you got to calculate your distance. Go around, then hit the throttle on the way back. And you got to be careful because when you hit the throttle on your way back, everything is reverse. So
yeah.
this should be fun to actually see. So this is a very long straightaway all the way back, and you're going to go around this, and first one to come across is the winner. So we're going to park all here on this side and race. So that's going to be the drag races. So it's not a straight line,
Yeah.
but somebody actually asked me, do we
So
know the rough distance for gearing? And I was thinking, that's a good question. But man, people are overthinking it, I think.
Yeah, yeah. They'll go
Uh,
into that straight and they'll not turn the corner.
yeah,
Like they
because
would turn.
what, Keith?
oh, sorry, Sean. Were you gonna go underneath them cars? I just got back, so
No, 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 not those cars are not going to be there. This is an overhead shot from Google
okay.
Maps.
Okay.
So, so when you go on the straight line for 200 feet and you want to take off as fast as possible, there you do have to worry about the gearing and your motor overheating and all that. But this is going to be, yes, probably gearing, but also technical driving. So you
Yeah.
have to slow down enough to actually take that curve because let me tell you, it's going to be just like real car racing. There is no spotters or no marshal on the track to flip your car back up. You flip your car, your race is done. Even if you flip and you get back on your wheels, there's no time, no way you're going to catch up to the other guy unless he screws up.
Yeah.
Is something, is that figure eight?
Yeah, figure eight is always fun. Do you know why? Yeah.
Got a bunch of comments. Got Robert said he's already taken off for Jeremy's event.
Yeah.
So slower is probably faster.
Yes.
Brian Sherwood said, is anybody going to Ledgestock in New Hampshire? I really want to go to Ledgestock because I've got a ton of kits up there. Those guys have built a bunch of my stuff. But good God, that's like a 32-hour drive from
New Hampshire, yeah.
It's a
You
big,
tell me, my sister lives there.
yeah, it's an awesome event. Like, so I might try and hit it up this year, because if I don't hit that, I try and hit Farm Fest with all the top heavy pig guys. Like, so all the top heavy pig guys, they just be all over them New England events. Like, so they get some awesome fucking locations to go crawling up there. Cause I'd even go up sometimes and meet them by like just outside of Rhode Island. There's Lincoln Woods
Oh,
or
now
something
there you go.
they call it. So Lincoln Woods is fucking awesome, and they do a scale Sunday every single Sunday, rain, snow, whatever. They're out. They do scale Sunday, like it's fucking awesome.
Those guys, Ledgestock and Farm Fest, have both invited me the last like 2 or 3 years, and I can't get up that far.
Yeah. The best thing they do at Leadstock, he does Trevor does the Nats. So he does like their version of a camel trophy fucking things like, and it's freaking awesome. Some of the stuff he comes up with is
Like,
awesome. Like,
to show the whole scale town they have set up. Last year they
yeah.
and it was all of my kit. There were shop trucks, rat rods, hot rods, all driving through town. Like
Cool.
I've got a lot of support in that region, but I can't afford to make that drive, man.
Yeah. It's a good fun weekend, like that's for sure.
Group of fellas up there. I just want to give them a shout out because they've been on me for years trying to get me up there, and I want to, but
Yeah. There's Doug himself warming his butt.
That's a lot of truck.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Trevor puts on a couple of really good events, like, 'cause he does lead stock, and then he used to do, what was that other one he used to do? There's one real scale one he still does as well, but he used to do another one. What was that? Fuck. It was like a real tough truck in the quarry type one. What the hell was that one he used to do? Huh?
tough truck challenge thing.
No, yeah, but there was one. What the hell was the name of that event he used to do?
Is that an RC tank? Yeah.
This probably is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering where's their event link or where is the event?
Oh, if you go to Facebook and you go to Leadstock on
That's where I
Facebook.
am right now.
So if you just click on that where it says Leadstock or something there, click on the logo and see what comes up.
Yep. Anybody in the comments?
Yeah,
Brian, any information on that? Brian Sherwood.
or click on the round Leadstock symbol. See what comes up.
They got an actual website. They're fancy.
Yeah, he does. Like,
Nice.
no. So what's at the top of the page above the muddy water thing?
Well,
No.
are you doing like Brad right now, watching the stream on YouTube? Because I'm way
Yeah.
ahead of that.
No, I know. So I'm saying what's in the top of it though.
Got
There
So
you go.
which event are you guys talking about? The June or
Leadstock.
the August?
No, August. Yeah. Shred the Ledge. That's the one I was thinking of. I didn't think he was doing Shred the Ledge this year, is he?
Shred the Ledge and Leadstock.
Yeah, Leadstock is the one in August. It's a really good event. Shred the Ledge, like it puts your trucks through fucking hell. Like, for this.
Let's see how far away that is from me.
damn near
It's
to
actually, it's probably not that far from you, actually, Tank, because there's actually a few guys come down from Canada.
Yeah, it's only 6 hours.
Yeah,
Not bad.
this guy's come down from Canada every year
It's
for it.
closer to you than closer to us.
Yeah. It's even closer than New York. Yeah, I drove
Yeah,
with my wife to New York.
Now we got Tank's address. We can send him stuff.
yeah.
That would be a good event to go.
It is a really good event. Like, I'll say so.
August 8th, and that's pretty much when I'm on vacation. I wonder if my wife's gonna love that if I go away on our vacation.
Hey, it's your vacation. There's nothing in the rule book says we have to vacation together.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, there's nothing in
Yeah,
that rule
Sean.
book.
I'll
Yeah.
pass that by her tomorrow and let you know how it went.
Yeah.
Well, you just do what I done the last time. Like when I had to cancel my family vacation, and I had to cancel because I was in the middle of inspections. They all went on vacation,
Hmm.
so they were all back to school by the time I was done with the project. So I shipped my car home. The wife called me and was like, "Hey, I see the car home. When are you back?" Now I was like, "I'm in the airport. I'm going to Ireland for a week. See you later." And that's it. You know. But I went to see my mom. I went my vacation then. It's like, what? Am I not going to have vacation because you all decided to go without me? Not my problem.
Uh,
Just take your glasses off, Tank, so you'll just get a shiner, not a piece of glass in your eye either.
Brian G says 4 hours for him to drive there. Cool. I'll be right back. I'll go to the little boys' room. I'll be right back.
Mm.
My
Right, Brian
bastard
G,
was up at night.
where are you located, Brian G? Because I'm up that way all the time, like up with the Top Heavy Pig crew. I actually got to go up now shortly because they're making new shirts, so I got to get a new shirt from them too. But they'll be at Beat the Creek as well. They'll be at Beat the Creek. They used to drive down to USTE and everything as well, like too. So
Yeah, I'm not planning on Beat the Creek again.
yeah, I know. I don't think I'll ever freaking hit that again either. Don't think so.
Too
I
damn.
know. Yeah, I'll never say never, but you know,
Yeah,
someday I'll go back.
that's why I went 2 years ago. Yeah, counting this year, 2 years ago, and they just had so many damn vendors. Like people, it had rained that weekend too. Not as bad as last year, but it rained, and I was kind of in the back of the vendor area. They had 200 something vendors,
Yeah.
and I still get messages like, "I never saw you there." Like there, I didn't make enough money to pay for the trip, so yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
there.
I was stuck all the way over by the woods.
Yep,
Like,
we're way in the back. It
yeah.
sucked, and it was so big, like you can't even get out on the trails.
I know that's what annoyed the shit out of me. Like, if you're going to go to a trail, be prepared to spend like 2 or 3 hours to get through one fucking trail. Like, that's like, fuck this malarkey.
I did
Like,
one trail that year. I did one trail, and that was because it started in the vendor area at the end that I was at, the very back.
yeah,
So I drove down there. I got it because we had access earlier because we were vendors. So I went down there at like freaking 7 a.m. and I made it a quarter of the way up the trail before it opened. And that
yeah.
was the only crawl footage I had that year.
It's crazy. Oh, you from Lake Placid? Yeah, sweet.
Like Placid, P, Placid.
Yeah.
Uh, I want to do more events, man. The first year after I quit my job, I hit every event I freaking could. It was so much fun, but good lord, it got expensive.
Oh, when is Texas? When's Texas Holland Crawl or Texas?
Holland Crawl is the end of April, beginning of May. It's that last weekend.
You know what? I might actually still be in Dallas for that.
It's
Yeah, it's San Antonio is
yeah,
where it is, isn't it? Yeah,
between San Antonio and Austin.
yeah. I
I
might still be down there, so I might actually, if I'm down there, I might head it up this year.
hit it up. I'm going to bring the trailer. I'll have the full camp set up with all kinds of shit. So
Yeah,
we're going to do that one big. This is going to be an awesome year for that. They actually have a guy. It's part of their crew. So the trails are all going to be on Google Earth.
Oh,
There's no cell phone service out there, so you're going to be able to walk around the trail with just the GPS and be able to see where you are, see
yeah,
where the trail goes on the thing. So nobody's going to get lost. It's going to be fucking killer this year.
that's good. Like, yeah,
Talked to them a couple weeks or a week ago. We stayed up all night talking. Like they've got some damn good plans. So definitely excited about that one.
yeah. Because I had the Dallas April 6th, and I'll probably be there to like May, probably first week of May. I'll be there too. So if I'm not doing anything that weekend, I'll definitely fucking hit it up. That's for sure.
Calendar here real quick. It should be like the 3rd to 4th, I think. 3rd, 4th, 5th. So it'll be right ahead of you.
Yeah,
But no, those guys are really we're trying hard. They've been listening to me for years talk about USTE, and they're trying to make this the scale event, and they're trying to bring it to Texas, bring it in the middle of the damn country, so people can come from
everywhere. I go, yeah.
do it instead of all being in fucking Florida in a little
Because
daily.
that was the only sucky part about fucking UST, like having to go all the way to fucking Florida,
Yeah,
wherever you were. Like,
Florida's great, but it's a long way for everybody in California.
yeah, it is like, Texas is a perfect location. Like, east, fucking west, everywhere. Like,
Well, down there where
it's
it's
doing
at,
so.
they have the perfect spot. They got the locations an off road park. The guy is fully in the RC. He's one of us. He does construction. You know, Sean or
Yeah,
Sam. Sam. Yeah, he done all that shit. So he's all about it. He loves it. And they just they're actually doing like scale buildings and stuff this year. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
nice. I'll
Yeah,
definitely, if I'm definitely still down there, I'll hit it up. That's for sure.
that's probably I'm most excited about that. I've got this Illuminati bullshit. I've got the Holland Crawl or Crawl Fest. Then we have Jeremy's event in Kentucky, and then I've got Halloween Holland Crawl with Georgia Rock Zombies there in Alabama again. That's a great event too.
Yeah,
That's my big three. And that what's funny is like you think of Beat the Creek, they had what 2,200 people a couple years ago, and like the best events are three to 500 people.
yeah,
That is the best for me. I do the most sales. I actually have time to talk to people and hang out. I've trailed with people that followed me. Like I actually have time to spend and associate with folks instead of just being run through the ringer like Beat the Creek was.
yeah. Yeah, it was handy. Few swampers. It was like fucking 20 minutes down the road. Too. It was-
It was a 17-hour drive for me to USTE. It's a nightmare.
yeah.
How many times did you go to UST?
Oh, 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah.
I went every year after they invited me the first time.
Okay.
That was my first ever event. So that was the first taste of what it was about, and I got to actually meet everybody and put names to or faces to names from people on the internet. I was really
Yeah.
I have to go to Uline and buy a shitload of boxes so I can build a city to have a tank battle at the GCM's event. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of boxes in the middle of the field and have two tanks or two teams of tanks and do IR and BB gun battle. Should be interesting.
It'll be fun. That'll be fun.
There's another guy that wants to do a battle, but it's going to be you got to shoot the driver that's driving the tank with the BB guns. So that's kind of, to me, going to be easy because if you keep moving while you're driving, you're going to be a harder target to hit.
Yeah. Just gotta get a scope on your
Or laser.
pellet gun, like, yeah. Put a
Laser.
scope on it and go.
I guess that's doable. You just um, strap a laser pointer on your gun
Yeah.
and use that for shooting.
Heard you Canadians are good with strap-on things. So
Yeah,
you
true,
are, you know.
true. Swamper says I went to 5 of them, of the events.
USTs. He's talking about, yeah.
It's a good thing it wasn't far from his house.
I know, yeah.
No, you got to shoot the driver of the tank.
The
So
human
whoever's holding the
driver?
remote, you shoot him.
Okay.
As soon as he goes, ow, or whatever, or as soon as you hit him,
My
that tank
eye
is out.
shooting with BBs.
You'll put your eye out with that thing, you know.
I guess they're going to supply some safety eyeglasses, I guess. I don't know.
I hope so. I almost got shot in the eye with a BB. Badass, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. About a friggin' half an inch away.
Look, did I get shot one time? I I was walking home on a Monday after being on a bender the whole weekend. Fucking, I was walking up through this housing estate, and this little bastard on top of his coal bunker fucking shot me right in the fucking jaw. I jumped the fence. I was kicking his fucking back door, everything. Like his mom was screaming, like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Where's that little bastard? I'm gonna kill him!" Like, fuck, it hurt like fuck. Shot me right in the cheek with it. He did, the little bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and especially when you're on a bender the whole weekend, like, and just you're
Yeah.
walking home, like you're
Wake you
not.
up.
Yeah, you're not in the mood for any
Was it
fucking
one of
thing.
those
Like,
pumpy BB guns?
no, it was an actual like fucking little 9mm bastard thing. Like,
Oh,
it was. It fucking hurt. Like, he's lucky his mum was squealing, or I'd have kicked that door fucking right in. Like, so. That's-
I shot my next door neighbor's car with a BB gun. He called the cops, the little bugger.
no way.
Yeah.
Did he do that for, Dick?
I don't know.
Instead of coming talking to you, he called the cops.
Yep.
What the hell? I'd have shot him the next time.
We were young and foolish back then.
Young, dumb, and full of cum. And that was it, you know.
I shot my sister in the ass
Yeah.
There you go.
with a BB gun, Josh.
He,
With a BB gun.
he was in
Yeah,
Kentucky.
almost shot in the eye.
He was in Kentucky when he was a kid. You know?
Like I heard was strap-ons in Canada, and then come back to that, and I was like, oh wow, this.
That's it.
Well, I was
I
going
was
to
talking about strapping a laser pointer on the cannon, and that's when Sean says you guys in Canada are good with strap-ons.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. I was actually going to talk about RC stuff.
I was a laser on a cannon of an RC.
Well,
It's Sean that has a dirty mind. He's Irish.
I was talking with RC East yesterday, actually, and he put me onto this Hayoki plates on Amazon. They make scale license plates, and they're actually embossed. They're not just printed.
Okay.
And they're
on Amazon. That's cool.
Amazon, yeah. Hayoki, where is it at?
That's Amazon.
Hayoki.
Yeah.
That's Amazon US.
That's Amazon everywhere because he's in Canada. He's the one that told me about it. He makes some. He showed me all the stuff he had. I haven't ordered yet, but he had showed me the ones he ordered, and they actually look spot on.
Cool.
Embossment. He makes plate frames and stuff, and they're cheaper than RC Plate Shop. And
they're all 1/10 scale, though, are they?
They got every scale. You can get them from 24th to 8, 6.
Nice. A couple of 1/14 scale ones. The trucks would be nice. Like, you know.
You can make them say whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try those out here pretty soon.
Swamper says when he was 12, they used to have BB gun battles. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was 12. We used to just throw rocks at each other. But
stone fight.
Couldn't afford a BB gun.
Stone
bastard. Stone Wars.
I wasn't allowed to have a BB gun. They were too dangerous. So we stopped throwing
it's rocks.
Driveway white rocks, big jagged things at each other.
Yeah. I knocked myself out with an acorn.
If you didn't kill a pedestrian with an acorn.
We used to just have nice Molotov cocktail fights.
That's all. Knife fights.
Yeah. Swamper says embossed metal ? They're probably aluminum.
I don't know what material they are, but it's actually the letters are embossed.
Okay.
And they look good in person. I've seen pictures of in person prints, not just
And
the
what
site.
does it say on the Amazon site? The scale license plate, or that looks big though.
Well, I mean, they got every different size.
Oh, okay.
You got to
That's
customize.
that's the first time he heard that.
That looks
You,
big.
Yeah.
don't have as many
4
options.
times you heard that.
They have one per state. They have 8 scale, 10 scale, 12 scale, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 28, 32, 43, and 1 6 at the end for some reason.
Nice.
And they are, where'd it go? $13.90 US for a pair of plates.
Fuck, that's cheap compared to what do you call the that other
RC
dude
plate.
his. Yeah.
Yeah.
From
When
Heoki plates.
Yep. Just like it sounds.
I found it in Canada one.
They look good. He's got plate frames. You can add all kinds of different. You can add a plate frame with your own custom text on the license plate frame.
Customize now.
$6 more for Canada.
So there's all the
That's
scale that you can actually pick, which is
that's
cool.
monopoly money. Anyway.
Everything's monopoly money, Sean.
Yeah, but that Canadian money's monopoly money. Like, you know,
Ours is too.
is actually the Canadian one's a lot like ours. Ours is all every note's a different color. It's plastic. It's like see through. So it's actually really hard to counterfeit ours.
Ours isn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
need the
every fucking
green
note.
plate.
Every note's the same size, same color, everything.
Need the green plate for RCs because it's a green vehicle.
This stuff looked pretty good.
Oh, you can even have carbon fiber thing that go around the license plate.
Yeah, that's what he was just saying. You can do the frame around it and customize what you want the frame to say.
You can add inspection stickers and dates and everything on it too. Pretty cool setup. I never would have thought to look on Amazon for that.
Yeah, never. Not a hope. Who told you about that at Ease?
No, RC East,
Oh, RC East.
Canadian fella that's doing all the square body stuff.
Yeah. It's cool that you can add the inspection stickers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you sort of what? So that's the one you just made up, Tank, and that's what it gives you.
No.
Oh,
It's just the one they have.
yeah. I thought it
You
was.
can see the emboss.
Yeah.
This looks like plastic.
I want one shaped like a bear. Cute.
Mm. That'd be cool. I wonder what the 1/14 scale ones are like. Be cool. Put them on a couple of the trucks.
Yeah, well, they do have that scale.
Yeah, that looks plastic right there, doesn't it?
The bear shape did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bear shape did, but it doesn't say the material. I don't think it does.
Aluminium.
That just aluminum.
It's aluminium.
Show me the extra U.
That is cool.
It's just something different. I was happy to find an alternative because the other place takes so damn long. My last order, I ordered 4 weeks before an event, and they showed up 2 weeks after I got back. So I was like, yeah, not doing that again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, cause then there's only the one other place from over in Germany or something. They're cool. Like they make even the keys for your truck, like the little key ring on it, and they'll make the keys. They'll make
Yeah.
for all of it. What the hell is the name of them? RC it or something in it?
I thought that was in Italy. That's where I got my
Oh, Italy is up where they're from. Yeah, I knew they're around there somewhere. RC it or something. They do some pretty cool stuff too.
It took. I bought some of the emblems from him on eBay, and they took 5 weeks to get here.
Yeah, and they're not fucking cheap either. They're not.
Wow. That's the only thing that sucks.
My Canadian buddy made some also. I'm trying to find it right now. Oh, so that's where my fast steady bearings were in my drawer, completely at the bottom.
See what happens when you move stuff around.
Yoda 2 Ultimate Scale from the RC 4-wheel drives bearing kit.
Fast eddies.
I got off
I
the
have
file.
them here somewhere. I found my bag of scale hinges.
I thought you were going to say you found your bag of something else there. I found my bag. It's like, woo, party time.
Keith's painkillers.
Yeah. What the hell you got mine painkillers over there for?
I got my bag.
Yeah.
I know, I seen that freaking bag. What the hell did you buy that for?
Well, because I sell kids. I use those to sell my kits, pack my orders with all the hot rod bodies, but they were out of medium sized bags, so they only had one large bag left.
Yeah,
I
because
had
I seen that big bag and then the box with the dozer sitting beside it. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? It's like, what?
No, it wasn't for the dozer. Thankfully, I still had the original box for that, but I needed some more, and yeah, that's all they had left was the giant bag. So, yay! Now I have to trip over it.
The place is called Crawler Concept.
I got a bag about that size, Josh, full of shredded paper.
Dollar concept. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they used to make scale license plate, but they are Canadian. That's the only downfall for you guys. So, come on. There it
There's
is.
stickers now, Tank?
No.
Is that a license plate?
Yeah.
No, I'll show you the license plate.
You're thinking, Sean, you're thinking Crawler Concepts from Germany. It makes phones.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
So I got my son some scale license plate. So it written Seb. Come on, focus.
Yeah, they look good right there.
But they are not embossed.
Yeah.
It is written Ontario.
They're just flat, right? Yeah.
The sticker is on it for the date of his birthday.
That's cool.
And they give you little tiny screws to actually mount them.
Yeah.
The only license plate I got is the one on the toxic turtle.
I got one made that's written the Tank RC.
It says Turtle 1 on it.
That's cool.
See, I knew they were in my drawer.
Yeah. The Amazon ones are going to be worth checking out. I'll check out some of the, because it would be nice for the trailer.
For your trailer trucks, yeah.
Yeah, especially that you can make them different scale. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I found embossed plates was from JS Scale out of France.
Okay.
That's what they did, the USTE plates for every event.
Yeah.
Because the trailer trucks, they just have like stick on, right, Sean? The Maya trailer truck, tanker trucks and sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did.
I know. After COVID, them guys just disappeared, wasn't it?
Another brand that fell by the wayside.
Yeah, because that's my Range Rover. That's their Range Rover body, like that I have.
Remember old Teddy? Did you ever meet Teddy?
Yeah, I'm at UST. Yeah.
It was a fucking. I'll never forget. We were up. That was the year that Rob had booked an Airbnb for all the vendors. So we had like the American house and the European house, and I think that was the year that I found out my ex was pregnant and it wasn't mine. So I'm like 3 a.m. I'm pissing in the horse stall outside the barn, and I'm talking to her on the phone, and Jeremy's like standing next to me, and Teddy comes up and he gives me a big hug, and I'm standing there with my junk out peeing in the horse stall. He's like, it's gonna be okay, friend. It's like, okay, buddy. Old Teddy RC, he was a hoot, man.
Yeah, dude. I tell you what, though, they put when they released something, like, they put a lot of time and effort into their designs. Like, some of the scale engines they used to have even were freaking insane. Like,
That was the year that what was the big guy's name? I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name, but he had the '70s Bronco with the actual airplane turbine mounted in the back, and it was all painted
yeah,
Evel Knievel, and it ran strictly on the turbine power. It didn't run on electric motor, so it had to blow 100 miles an hour to actually drive. So, like, yeah, they were fun, man. And they overflowed their toilet at the Airbnb and flooded the entire house that all of them were staying in.
no fuck.
Thankfully, the Canadian guys were on the other side. They had one house, but they were separated. So the Germans and the French were on one side, and the Canadians were on the other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first night I actually. That was one of the first times I actually got to hang out with Jeremy. Me and Jeremy had a room, and Jeremy's friend and Paul Wilhite, when he was with Proline, they had a room, and they snored so freaking bad that the next night, me and Jeremy, or me and Greg, his buddy Greg, kicked them out. Me and Greg took a room, and then Paul and Jeremy kept each other up all night snoring. The first night, I slept on the patio. They had a screened-in porch. I slept out there in like 40 degrees in Florida, listening to the French people banging around all night. Yeah, the next night, me and Greg woke up, and our alarm went off, and we just kind of woke up and looked at each other and just fist bumped across the bed, like, "Thank you for not snoring." That was a damn good trip, man. Back in the day, that was when I first got to meet everybody, and it was a hell of a lot of fun.
These old flaming lips back out. What's that? Back out the map. How far from Michigan? I, I don't know where that is even. Where is that?
Michigan or Michigander?
Miss Kinder or something, Miss Garden or something. I don't know. It on my TV it just disappeared, so I can't see it again. No.
What is he asking? Near Michigan.
Me right now, I'm in Sheboygan, Michigan.
Sheboygan.
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 I gotta be in Chicago at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Mhm. It's like a 2 hour drive down the road too. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Talk about ledge stock.
Well, Leadstock's in New Hampshire or whatever, isn't it?
I think I gotta be in bed at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
So for me,
That's like a 10-step walk.
so that's Leadlock over there. Where is Michigan? I have no idea.
Ooh, west.
Next to Sheboygan.
Yeah.
Michigan is west.
Go
Oh,
above.
yeah, here.
It's up above Chicago. Go to Milwaukee.
No, Michigan's here.
Yeah, it's up above Chicago, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan,
Yeah.
Chicago.
I went up there once for that. What was that event they have? Over the name. I only went 1 year because it was so small. But I was blown away with that. Central Michigan looks just like Texas. There's farmland, there's cities, there's this. It's flat.
Yeah.
There's not really going on. They have some lakes, they have some trees, but it looks just like freaking Texas.
Yeah, that's how, like, there's parts of Chicago and, like, up where I am now in Wisconsin. It's the same thing. Like, you got Milwaukee is the big city. You got downtown Chicago, but you go out and there's like Naperville in Chicago. Within 5 minutes from downtown Naperville, it's all fucking farmland. Like, it's crazy.
That was shit, I thought of the name. Great Lakes Gauntlet that I went to that year.
The Great Lakes Gauntlet.
That
That's
was
a big event got as well. That's got fucking crazy big.
serious, like comp timed races. There's no scale whatsoever up there.
Swamper said the license plates suck. Don't allow enough letters.
Yeah.
They allow
You're only meant to have 8 letters at maximum, minute.
Sheboygan.
8's your maximum on any license plate in America, I think.
it's specific for each state. Texas just started allowing 7 on theirs.
Yeah. I think a custom 7 for non-custom, but if it's customized in New York, you're allowed 8.
It's not a Europe license plate. You know how Europe, they're friggin' long?
Yeah. We big, massive, long license plates.
Compensating.
Yeah. So a custom plate in New York, you can do up to 8 letters.
Okay. How
Regular.
many letters do you want,
it's,
Swampers? It's crazy.
He probably wanted the right Swampers RC cross one.
You got to abbreviate.
So that's why you buy the frame that goes around the plate Swampers, and then put Swampers RC on the frame.
Yeah.
SWPER Swamper.
Yeah.
Acronym.
I should be able to do these rhino girls. They ain't too pretty.
Rhino girls. Is that what you're drawing right now?
No, I'm drawing a female hyena
Oh.
because my mermaid didn't. My mermaid did not look good.
We just post that on the internet.
No, we know RC plate shop Swampers. That's what we're just saying. Like, it takes forever, and their prices are fucking crazy.
RC plate shop, yeah.
Yeah, their prices have got stupid. Like,
I thought I was the only person that had an issue with them, and then I found it in one of the square body RC groups, and people were just raising hell. Hundreds of people. Like, it took 8 weeks, 6 weeks. Like,
yeah, it's like fucking ridiculous, and their communication sucks. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it is fucking bad. Yeah.
the family, and they're trying to do stuff. I get it, but they've gotten too big. They've gotten to the point where they can't keep up, and they're just not. It's the same thing everybody does. When you get to that point, and you're either
Yeah.
So we finally found our overrated RC manufacturer,
no,
RC plate shop.
That's still Vanquish.
It's still Vanquish. I
Yeah.
don't know. We got a lot of votes for Traxxas tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't really like. In fairness, Trax has changed the whole 1/10 scale game for everybody. Like, they got so many more people into trailing, and Turks, when they brought out that Ready to Run Bronco, like when they brought that out, it took it took to the next level, sort of like it got more people into it and more people going. So you can't really knock track. The only thing you knock tracks as far as a new truck came out, all it is a different painted color body. Like,
On,
you know.
on the crawlers, I have to agree. Which company was a game changer for the small scale? Which one do you think?
Fucking none of them. But Axial,
Uh,
without a doubt, Axial blew
Yeah,
it out of the
30.
water. That, like, so.
Axial? Yeah, I think so too.
I think personal opinion here. I think the SCX 30s have changed the small game because the 24 scale sucks. They're horrible. They don't fit right. The bodies don't look right. The tire proportion with the body doesn't look right. The 30s are spot on. The 30s look like they actually perform in a scale manner. They flex and they actually. I haven't heard anything bad about an SCX 30 yet.
Yeah, and the weight on a 30 right out of the box, man, it's weighted correctly. Like, balanced out. It's actually, for me to say that about one is like fucking saying something.
Same with me. Like, I had a 24 once. I tried to build it. I hated every single thing about it. Just the build look right, nothing bolted together right.
That's why I put my ugly Betty under the back of the dozer, and just fucking the dozer made mincemeat of it. Like,
I think the 30s are on to something. Skip the 24 scale, go straight to 30.
yeah.
I give 30 a scale my blessing. Anything to anybody. 10 scale and 30th scale. That's 14th a little bit.
So Sean is pretty good to squish an SCX 24, but don't ask him to blow it
Yeah,
up
I know. Yeah, don't ask me to blow one up.
Blowing up.
because he can't.
Walker said there was another guy that made plates that went out of business. I know exactly who you're talking about. He was actually from Florida as well. I'm not
Okay.
sure his name either, but yeah, his plates were awesome. We were actually good friends for a while, and he just dropped off the face of the earth, man. One of the people that just he made some money and he vanished. Witness protection, gone.
Well, it's just like Crawler Concept. They made good plates for a few years and then COVID hits and then they disappeared. The guy, it's his daughter that was taking care of that, went back to school, so stopped making some for a while. But now
Yeah,
she's back at it again, but the website's not even up. So when you go in and out of the market, it's hard to get back in or to
Yeah.
get the people back.
There was another.
there's what I think a 124th scale. A nice little ugly Betty there under the track and the thing. So,
Is that number 12?
And it was a
yeah.
mint condition right out of the box. He
Number
squished it.
12, Ugly Betty.
Straight out of the box. And it was actually Rob. I actually got it from Rob Gunning. Like that's where I got the Betty from. TTC. It was in the chat earlier.
Okay.
I unboxed it. I opened it. I opened the box with the excavator. Ripped the 124th out with the excavator, and then took the dozer in to finish it off. So, so I do want to get. I'm going to get one for the new claw that I've ordered for the excavator. Like so, that claw is going to rip one apart. Hopefully,
You need to get two of them together and like put chain it up and just pull it apart.
yeah.
Do a tug of war out of it.
Pull
Or
the
you could
dozer.
tie it to a post.
Yeah, I could put one to the dozer and one to the excavator to pull the excavator and dozer each direction.
Yeah, tug of war. Who's going to win? The dozer, the excavator, or the SCX 24?
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
I'll probably charge the battery on one when I do it with a claw. So when the claw squashes the battery, I'll just fucking go up and smoke too. Then
Uh,
You
Mm.
wish.
yeah.
I will at the
You
claws
wish.
insane, dude. The claw actually, you see it actually cutting screws, like
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
concrete,
Oh,
Yeah,
everything.
they
Like it's
actually
like,
showing that.
close?
yeah, they're fully
Yeah.
hydraulic. Like they're
Okay.
massive. Like the fucking it was $900 just for the attachment. Like
Yeah, it
so
was it
really,
was crushing.
like,
It was cutting a friggin' bolt in half, wasn't it?
yeah, just cut the
Mhm.
bolts like
Yeah.
concrete. They actually put it into a brick and push the brick, and the brick snaps in two halves and everything. Like it's a proper fucking fully hydraulic claw. Like so.
Hmm. Okay, it's well past 11:30, so we're going to start saying our goodbyes, and we'll start with Keith.
Keeps your hamper smiling and your RC muddy. See you later.
Thank you. Josh.
Yep. Keep it still, guys. See y'all next time.
Thank you. Sean.
474 tank, getting close to that big old number, dude. So
Mhm.
keep them coming. We're glad you're here every Thursday night. We can jump in and out when we want. So peace out, everybody.
Cool. Thank you very much. Well, thanks, guys, for jumping in here and having some fun with us tonight. And we'll see you next time. Till then, go in there and, first, charge up some batteries. Go in there and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. Cheers. Have fun.